Hello and good evening. My name is Beth, and welcome to Heaven's Peacemaker's first podcast. I have been so inspired by many of your crocheters and knitters podcasts out there that I just felt the need to try it and see where God leads this and see how it goes. Just these 10 non-Yarny videos has inspired me, like I said, and I have subscribed to many of you out there. I think I've done everyone that I've viewed, and so as an introduction, I'm going to do 10 non-Yarny things of myself. Number 1, Heaven's Peacemaker is kind of play on names. I feel God has designed in me, or I've been born to be a peacemaker, to keep the peace, not to stir the pot, so to speak. My husband and daughter always talk about giving me a black and white striped shirt so I could be a referee. And so one night while taking a hot shower, God gave me the name, He gave me a logo, and He gave me the inspiration to start moving on my own. My friends have been encouraging me to sell some of my quilt patterns that I've come up with, and so that's how Heaven's Peacemaker has been born. Things that I like to do is quilt and knit and crochet. I love to paint. My husband cuts the wood and I paint it. I like to bead non-jewelry items, and I like to scrapbook. I haven't had much time for that. And then number 3 is I'm a mom of 2. My son is 28, married to a beautiful, wonderful Christian woman. They have a 9-year-old son and a soon-to-be 2-year-old daughter. I also have a 22-year-old daughter. She just graduated from college. She's living at home. She's been working 2 jobs, one as a graphic designer and one at Target. So the graphic designer pays the school loans and Target gives her the living money. But we're happy to help her, support her until she could get on her feet and help her out. I'm going to make this number 4. We had the world's greatest dog. I don't care if you think your dog is. We had the world's greatest dog. We had Izzy. She was my shadow. My daughter and I loved to cuddle with her. We had her for 11.5 years. 2 days after Christmas in 2017, unfortunately, we had to put her down. We miss her just as much now as we did last Christmas. The next one is I want to talk about that I am a born-again believer or Christian. My faith is very important to me. My faith has been tested many a time in life. The journey has been up and down mountains, and hopefully in the future podcasts I could share some of my life stories to give you guys encouragement and to maybe help some. But I couldn't live life without my friendship and relationship with Christ. The next one's a big one. It's number 6. I have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. It's been come and go since 1995. I live with it 24/7. My pain level never goes lower than a 7. And it affects my system in every way. The biggest issues that I deal with is my bones hurt, My muscles hurt. I have bad neuropathy from my shoulders to my fingertips. My hands hurt so bad, it like even hurts to hold my phone and to type. Makes me hard to crochet and knit. But sometimes you just need to push on. And I've also been diagnosed with diabetes type 2. So with the combination of them, some of the symptoms overlap. The biggest one is dealing with one I can't stand is the fibro fog. I guess being my age and having fibro fog, sometimes the simplest crochet patterns could turn so wrong, and I do so much frogging, ripping it all out, ripping it again, do 2 rows, rip it back out again because you figure out you can't count. Or you added a stitch where you shouldn't have added a stitch because the brain just wasn't functioning. Number 7, I always like to hear everyone's, do you drink wine or beer? I drink neither. I have addictive personality, and I know if a glass of wine could help me deal with my pain and put me in a happy place, I would be drunk before you know it. So I just stay away from that stuff. But if you want to give me a Starbucks Venti iced chai, 7 pumps chai, light ice, I will be your friend forever. A good substitute is a Dr. Pepper, regular. I can't do the sweeteners. I just can't do them. I'm sorry. Bad taste, and they just affect me too. But I am a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker. And then number 8, I just that's a fun fact. I used to play the organ when I was a kid in grade school, going into middle school, and then I was kind of self-taught on the French horn. The band director put me in a room, gave me a French horn, and taught me how to play the scales. He knew I knew how to read music from the organ. And then after a week, he threw me in with the rest of the group, and I had to swim sink. Yeah, that was fun. And then when I was up in high school, we marched with the E-flat horn because you couldn't very well march with the French horn. It just makes things difficult. I love playing music. I love playing the classical music more than the pop. There's something about classical music and just I don't know. I just love the classical music. Number 9. Making this video it is a test, but I am a first-class introvert with social anxiety. Unfortunately, I passed this down to my daughter. But if you're a good friend of mine, or if I'm around you a long time, you would never know that I had this issue. But it's like when I come home from work, or I'm out with an outing with a bunch of friends, or even having my family over, once that event's over, and I need time to myself to recoup, to recharge. So that's it. Number 10 is another fun thing. I love gnomes. We started collecting these sandstone or molded cement, but they're made with sand and cement, but they're gnomes and they're gray. Sandcast, I think that's called. And we started collecting them, and then I hide them in my backyard. You peek them, they peek out and you see them, but you have to look for them. So I'm a gnome lover, and I have so many pins saved because I want to make gnomes. And I bought the different craft supplies, so I have to make gnomes. If I make them, I'll share them sometime. So that is my top 10 yarny things. But I just want to touch real base what I want to do with the podcast. I just want to share what I'm doing. I just need, basically, I love to talk. Just want to talk and share with other crafters my love, what I'm doing, to be part of a community. Because if you don't have friends that live near you, you can't talk to them all the time. I just figured this was a way to reach out. I going to do most like what everyone else is, showing works in progress, things that are completed. I would like to do a segment on maybe God winks or God spy things. I'm not going to hold a Bible study or anything, but since faith is very strong in my life, I just need to. Did I tell you, by the way, something's tinkling. Did I tell you I was married for 29 years to the world's best husband? He's the best example of Christ's love. And the patience that man has for me, his crown will be all full of gems by the time he gets to heaven. Just letting you know that. But there's different segments I have in my mind that I want to do. But I'm going to wind this one up. And I just want to let you know, I ordered my first yarn online. I'm a Joann's, Pat Catan's, and Hobby Lobby shopper. There is Michael's, but I just don't like Michael's this much. And so I ordered and I received my first online package. And it's from Paint Box. I've heard a lot about the yarn. But I'm going to do another video tonight. And this would be my unboxing. So I hope you return and come back and see what type of yarn I bought. And it was good meeting you. I'll see you later. God bless.